Good evening. Tonight we're going to start with Lesson 11 in Unit 3, Represent Multiplication by Using Partial Products. Partial product method. Sometimes they refer it to as vertical form. Vertical form is the way it's positioned. There's horizontal and then there's vertical. Horizontal, if you remember, it looks something like this. 3 times 452. That's horizontal. This right here, my friends, is considered vertical form. So with partial products, we're not going to be doing any regrouping. We're just going to solve it by the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. So when you look at 2 times 3, we know that is 6. Then we're going to go to the 5. That is not a 5. That's in the tens place, so it makes it a 50. So 50 times 3. Well, 5 times 3 is 15, and we need to add the 0 because it's in the tens place. We have 5 tens multiplying by 3 ones, which would give us 150. 15 tens. Now we're going to go to the hundreds. Now that's not a 4 because the 4 is in the hundreds place. So it's 400 times 3. So 4 times 3, that's 12. And because it's in the hundreds place, we need to add the 2 zeros. Now with partial products, that's what these are called. These are called partial products. And we always add partial products. So when we add, we get 6 plus 0, 0. We get 6. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 1. So we have 1,356 is the product to 452 times 3, using the partial product method or the vertical form. Next one, we have 86 times 4. So we do 86 times 4. That is 24. So that means we have 24 ones. We have 24 ones. Now we're going into the tens. That's not an 8. Because it's in the tens, we have 8 tens. So 8 10 times 4 ones. So it's 80 times 4. So 8 times 4 is 32. And because it's in the tens, we have to add that 0. So it's 32 tens, meaning 320. And these are called partial products or vertical form. And what we do with them is that we always add them up. We get 4 ones. We have 4 tens and 3 hundreds. So the answer to the product to 86 times 4 is 344. Next on, partial products, using that method, the vertical form method. We have 273 times 5. When we do this, we're going to go to the ones. And in the ones, we have 5 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. We have 15 ones. Now we need to go to the 7. That's not a 7. That's a 7D. We have 7 tens times 5 ones. That's 35 tens. So we have to make sure we add that 0. 350, 35 tens. Because we're multiplying 70 times 5. Now we're going to go to the hundreds. That's not a 2. It's a 200s. We have 200 times 5. 200 hundredths times 5 ones. Well, 2 times 5 is 10, and we are in the hundreds place. So it's 1,000. Again, this is called partial products, and we always add partial products. So we get 5, 6 in the tens, 3 in the hundreds, and 1 in the thousand. So the product to 273 times 5 is 1,365. Okay, continue on with partial products, the vertical form method. And this one got a little bigger. We have 4,128 times 3. So we have 8 times 3. Those are the ones. So we have 24 ones. Now we're going in the tens, and that's 2 tens, but 2 tens times 3, that would give us 60, because it's 3 times 2 tens. Then we're going to go to the hundreds, and that's 300, because that's 3 times 100. Then we're going to go into the thousands, 4 times 3, and that is 12, and it's the, that's the thousands, okay, because that's 3 times 4,000. All right, these are partial products now. So what we do with partial products is that we add them. So we have 4 ones, we have 8 tens, we have 3 hundreds, and now we have 12,000. So the product to 4,128 times 3 is 12,384. Now we can continue on doing this by showing another method, which is the break apart, doing the funnel way, which I know you guys love. And we're going to distribute that 3 to each one of those values. So we've got 3 times 4,000 plus 3 times 100 plus 3 times 20 plus 3 times 8. All right, now we can start solving. So now we have 3 times 4, it's 12, but then it's in the thousands, plus 3 times 100, well, that's 300. 3 times 20 is 60, plus 3 times 3 times 8 is 24. Now we can add them up. We have 12,000, we have 300, 60 plus 24 is 84. So our product is 12,384. Nice funnel. And we got a match. See that? Good way of checking. Okay, the next partial product way is 3,065 times 20. So in our ones, we've got 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 4, that's 6 tens times 4, so that's 60 times 4, and that's 240. Then we have 0 times 4, which I'm not even going to bother. You could actually put the zeros there if you want to as placeholders, but we don't really need to do that, because now we're going to go to the thousands. And 3 times 4 is 12, and then we add on our thousands. What do we do with partial products? Well, we add them, and we get 0, 6, 2. 12,260 is our product. Okay, our next one is 8,709 times 2. I'm going to do the partial product, the vertical form. So 9 times 2, that's 9 ones times 2 ones is 18 ones. We don't have any 10, so I'm just going to skip that because it would just be 0. Again, you could put your 0 placeholders, but we're not going to do that. 7 times 2, well, that's 14, and it is in the hundreds place. And we have 8,000 times 2 1, so 8,000 times 2 is 16,000. And these are partial products. And what do we do with partial products? We add them. 8 ones, 1 10, 400, 7,000, and 1 10,000. So we got 17,418. Why did the fastest cat in class get kicked out of school? Ooh, not good. Solve the next few problems to find out the exciting reason why the cat got kicked out. Using the partial product, the vertical form method, 534 times 3. And I want to see your work tomorrow. Showing your work, bring it in tomorrow by doing the partial product method for 89 times 4. Bring in the partial products tomorrow. Why did the fastest cat in class get kicked out of school? Because he's a cheater. Have a good night, guys.